One day they're texting you non-stop, the next, gone. No explanation, no goodbye, just silence. If you have ever been ghosted, you know how painful it feels. But why do people ghost? And what should you do when it happens to you? Let's talk about it. What is ghosting? Ghosting is when someone suddenly cuts off all the communication, no warning, no closure, just disappearing. It happens in dating, friendships, and even at work. And let's be honest, it sucks. But why do people do it? Ghosting happens in all types of relationships. We often talk about ghosting in dating. It also happens in platonic friendships, family relationships, and even professional connections. Friendships. Close friend suddenly stops responding on texts or calling. Work relationships. A mentor or colleague vanishes without any explanation. Family. A relative distances themselves and refuses to communicate. Social circles. A group of friends slowly excludes someone. In friendships, ghosting can be even more painful because there's often a deeper emotional history. It leaves you wondering, did I do something wrong? Were we ever really friends? Regardless of the relationship, ghosting leaves behind confusion, hurt, and sometimes even self doubt. Why do people ghost? Ghosting is not just about being mean. It often comes from discomfort, fear, or emotional avoidance. Reasons people ghost: avoidance or conflict. They don't want to have a difficult conversation. Emotional unavailability. They struggle with deep connections. Overwhelm or anxiety. They panic and shut down instead of communicating. Loss of interest. They would rather disappear than say they are not interested. Fear of confrontations. They don't know how to express their feelings. While ghosting says a lot about the ghoster, it still leaves the person being ghosted with pain, confusion, and unanswered questions. The emotional impact of being ghosted. Being ghosted can feel like rejection, betrayal, and abandonment all at once. It's painful because it's unfinished. There's no closure, so your brain keeps searching for answers. It feels personal. Even if it's about them, it makes you question yourself. It triggers past wounds. If you have been abandoned before, ghosting reopens those wounds. It makes trust. It makes you hesitant to trust people in the future. If you have been ghosted, you might have been wondering, was it something I did? Was I not enough? But here's the truth: ghosting is more about them than it is about you. How to heal from being ghosted. So, what do you do when someone ghosts you? Here's how to move forward without letting it break you. Don't chase closure from them. It's tempting to text, call, or demand an explanation. But if they wanted to give you closure, they would have. Silence is an answer too. Instead of waiting for closure from them, create it for yourself. Accept that their disappearance was a reflection of their emotional capacity, not your worth. Avoid blaming yourself. It's easy to wonder, was I too much? Did I say something wrong? But ghosting is about their inability to communicate, not your value as a person. Someone else's lack of communication isn't your fault. Instead of doubting yourself, remind yourself you deserve people who respect you enough to communicate. Even if the truth is hard to hear, feel your feelings, then let go. It's okay to feel hurt, confused, or even angry. Allow yourself to process those emotions, but don't let them define your self worth. Place to process. Journal your thoughts and feelings. Talk to a friend or therapist. Write a letter you'll never send. Do something that makes you feel empowered. The goal is not to pretend you don't care. It is to acknowledge your feelings without letting them control you. If you have ever ghosted someone, now let's be honest. Most of us probably have ghosted someone at some point, even if unintentionally. But if you find yourself doing it often, ask yourself why. Why you might be ghosting. Fear of confrontation. You don't know how to express discomfort. Emotional unavailability. You struggle with commitment. Avoidant attachment style. You avoid when things get close. Not wanting to hurt someone. Ironically, ghosting hurts more. If you have ghosted someone and feel bad about it, it's never too late to send a simple message like, "Hey, I realize I disappeared and I'm sorry. I should have communicated better." It may not fix everything, but it shows respect and maturity. How to handle ghosting differently. The opposite of ghosting is direct, respectful communication. Even if you don't want to continue a relationship, you can still be kind. Examples of respectful goodbyes. I have enjoyed getting to know you, but I don't see this going further. I don't think we are a good match, but I wish you the best. I need some space and won't be able to continue this friendship. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but honestly, no matter how awkward, it is always better than disappearing. Ghosting is painful, but it does not define your worth. If you have been ghosted, don't chase someone who does not respect you. If you have ghosted, consider handling things differently in the future. Either way, we all deserve better communication in our relationships. You're worthy of honesty, closure, and real connection. Let me know in the comments, have you ever been ghosted? How did you deal with it? And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.